What up, figure freaks? Gingervitus75 coming at you. Today we are doing my Marvel Legends Better Late Than Never Top 10 of 2024. Now, what you see in front of you here are 10 Marvel Legends action figures that came out in 2024. But are they my top 10? No, they are not. They are my top 11 to 20, I would say. There might be some that I missed. And there's a lot of figures that I didn't get. Like, I didn't get the Daredevil Hydro Man. I didn't get the Sabretooth Wolverine pack. So I don't really know. They probably would have squeaked in here in my top 20. But who knows? All I can say is the figures that I got, I know what I like. And these would make my 11 through 20. Just to kind of go through it, like, this Angel, sick figure. Could have been executed a little bit better, but it's not bad. The wings are awesome. Big improvement from the last one. Huge improvement. Same with Jack-O-Lantern. Big improvement. Same with this guy. This figure is 100 times better than the Tombstone that came out before with his little weird leather S&M outfit. I love this figure. I love the suit. It looks super good. Helverine, not bad. This Cable is sick. Destroyer is pretty awesome. Miss Marvel, she almost squeaked into my top 10, but not quite. Wong, it's about time. Move it so you can see his head. So, I'm going to clear these guys out, and then we're going to do a top 10 of 2024 Marvel Legends. Alright, coming in at number 10, we have the S.H.I.E.L.D. Agent 3-pack Nicholas Fury. I love this figure in all its simplicity. All pinless, double jointed. The paint looks great. I think that blue and white really pops. I'm very nostalgic growing up and being an 80s kid. Nick Fury and like Man-Thing and all sorts of weird characters. Nighthawk were very, I don't know if I'd say popular, but I saw them in all the comic books. So, very nostalgic. I love the accessories that this guy comes with. These guns are awesome. You got the blast effects, the smoke effects. Pretty cool gear here. This belt, this up here with a little holster. The gun doesn't come out. That would have been kind of cool if they did it Gijoe style. The head sculpt is awesome. It almost looks a little bit like Hasselhoff. Yeah, just a really solid looking figure. Very nice. Coming in at number 9, we have the Astonishing X-Men Wolverine. Love this figure. I know. How many Wolverines do we freaking need? I guess we need at least one more. Love the hairy painted arms, which is really cool, I think. These claws are great. They do pop out, but not as easily. They don't bend around. They're not like, the gap in between them aren't like way different. One's not like pointed this way while another one's pointing the other way. It's pretty nicely done with the claws. The molding is great. We got the diaphragm swivel. All pinless, of course. Great figure. Love it. Ooh, what's going on up here, though? I have to fix that. Look at that. Shit's like peeling. Damn it, you're no longer in my top 10, Wolverine. No, I'm just kidding. I'll get that worked out, maybe. Grab it with the tweezers or something. But yeah, love this figure. Probably one of the better Wolverines that has come out. And that's saying a lot because a lot of Wolverines come out. And that X-Men 97 was sick. I'm not sure if this one's better than that one, but the X-Men 97 Wolverine was a 2023 release. So we're going with this guy right here at number 9. Bub. Alrighty, coming in at number 8, we got the Zabu Build-A-Figure. This was a pretty decent wave. It was a nice mix of different characters. You got Cable and Wolfsbane, you know, from the mutant world, I guess you could say. And you got Kazar. Just kind of an odd jumbling of characters, which I kind of like. I'm glad that they're mixing and matching X-Men characters, Avengers, Icarus, you know, all sorts of different characters from different teams. Loved it. This Build-A-Figure is very strong. I love my animals. I love how Gijoe has been putting out a lot of animals, whether it's like Mutton Junkyard or Law and Order, which I think is coming out, Snake Eyes and Timber, the Parrot Polly with Shipwreck, Spirit and Freedom. Anyways, I could go on and on. And it's about time. Marvel Legends came out with 2, I think, at least, because we got Lockjaw and then we got Zabu here. Love the sculpt, all the hair kind of coming back off the legs like this. Pretty as all hell. Love this look. The green eyes, the paint is great. Let's see if we can get that to... We got the mouth that moves. You know, the articulation is great. We got the tail that kind of flops around back here. You know, very nice looking figure. So, I'm putting Zabu at number 8. Okie doke, now we got, coming in at number 7, we got Crystar. Great figure. He was part of that Zabu wave, if I remember correctly. I love the sculpt on this guy. Very well done, well executed, but again, this figure is all about nostalgia, nostalgia, nostalgia. I grew up reading this guy's comics. The toys were out in the 80s when I was a kid. I did not have a Crystar action figure, but my friends did. So I'd go over there to play some fucking Crystar. And it was a good time. This is also a character that kind of did his own thing. He didn't associate much with the legends and the heroes of Marvel Comics. You know, he wasn't hanging out with Spider-Man, the Fantastic Four, the X-Men. He was off doing his own thing with the lava monsters or whatever the fuck, which I wouldn't mind if they came out with those guys. I can't recall their names, but it'd be cool if we got a villain to battle Crystar here. I think he was like, the main bad guy was like this big red guy with a big red club, and he kind of looked like a lava monster. I'm not really sure. I'll have to look that one up. But that'd be cool if they brought that guy out. That'd be nice. So this is Crystar. Beautiful figure. Love the shield, the sword. Everything's all crystally and pretty. That's my number 7. Alright, coming in at number 6, we got Count Nefaria. He was part of that Iron Man wave, which you got 3 Iron Man, She-Hulk, Whiplash, and this guy. And this guy surprised me. Very underrated figure. I love the posability. The articulation is great. And the molding is great. I love the head sculpt on it. I'll kind of show you when he swings back around, but this guy's powerful as hell too. Like, he could take on a full Avengers squad. He's basically super strong, almost as strong as, like, say, Superman. You could say close to that anyway. And he's got some kind of zapper effect or zapper powers from his hands. You also got flight super speed, so he's badass. And I love this head sculpt here. This head sculpt is so dope. It reminds me of, if you guys remember back in the day, Doctor Who, his arch nemesis, Doctor Who's nemesis, which was his name was the Master, and this head sculpt. Like if you want to make a Doctor Who Master action figure, this is the head sculpt that you want. Crazy madman looking goatee and the little gray sideburns or the wings up here. That is the Master. But we got Count Nefaria here. Just impressive figure. Took me by surprise, was underrated. He's coming in at number 6. Coming in at number 5. Okay, so we're getting into the top 5. This is where things got a little harder, a little challenging and difficult to choose, who I like the most and who I like the second most. This is my personal preference. I'm not saying these are the best figures ever or the best Marvel Legends of the year. This is just what I like. And I love me some nostalgia. And this is kind of just like Nick Fury. It's about time we got this figure. Now, I know we've gotten a few versions of Iron Fist. We got the white version, which was very, very awesome and very cool to pose. But, that white started to turn blue and got a little janky with the ball joints and the hips. This guy is on the new buck. We got butterflies. We got double jointed pinless on both the knees and the elbows. Cool accessories, great paint apps, super good look, solid as hell. This would be my definitive Iron Fist up on the shelf. And it's beautiful. So I'm just saying, good job, Hasbro. Hats off. Iron Fist is coming in at number 5. All right, coming in at number 4, I got She-Hulk. Now, this is another figure, just like Count Nefaria, came in that Iron Man wave. Not sure it makes sense that she came in the Iron Man wave, but hey, whatever, we got it. Big buck, just the way She-Hulk should be. Look at that hair sculpt with the paint. It is fucking beautiful. The green really pops with that purple. Hopefully we're getting a Fantastic Four version that's just like this with the blue and the white boots and singlet. I guess you can call it a singlet. And the big, nice 4 right on her chest. Love the accessory here with the gun. You can use both her swappable open hands, like she's like bending it, breaking it, two-handing it. But I'm just having her hold this like mangled gun that she just took away from some idiot bank robber that thought they could point a gun in her face, and she's like, crunch. But again, this is one of the most impressive figures I saw in 2024. The hair, the face, the glowing green paint, and the purple suit doesn't look bad either. I'm almost in love with this figure. I kind of want to marry her, but that's kind of weird. Anyways, She-Hulk coming in at number 4. Coming in at number 3, we got Hydra Cap. Now, I think this was a Walmart exclusive. My hopes weren't too high, but this guy shattered my expectations. This is one of the best Captain Americas ever, and we got some good caps in the last 2 or 3 years. We got that anniversary one, the 20th anniversary one, I believe, and then that Secret Wars isn't too shabby either. But this guy is great. The articulation is great. I love the belt with all the little compartments and stuff. The look on his face. I love the texture of the armor and the upper body. The shield is a big plus. Just an overall nice looking figure. I love Captain America. I like that storyline with Hydra Cap where he's just a fucking dick. And then I think he becomes Captain Krakoa of the X-Men. He fakes becoming Captain Krakoa when Cyclops was Captain Krakoa before, and kind of almost like Shanghai's the X-Men and like takes them over, takes them out from inside. It's interesting. But yeah, this figure is really nice. The articulation is great. The paint apps pretty much perfect. And again, big surprise at how nice this figure was. Hydra Cap coming in at number 3. Coming in at number 2, we got Power Princess or Zarda. Just like She-Hulk, and I would say maybe that Warbird figure. Very impressive female buck. This is somewhere in between. The She-Hulk one is huge, and I think that She-Hulk one is going to be well used in the future for maybe like Valkyrie or Thundra. But this buck here could be used for a whole lot. I mean, maybe it could be the Valkyrie. Maybe it could be Volcana if we ever get her and she comes out. But yeah, I mean, this is, you all know that this is kind of the Marvel version of Wonder Woman. And if you wanted to, you could make a custom Wonder Woman with this figure and it would look fantastic. Really well done. She's a badass. Great face sculpt. The hair is nice. They're starting to do all pinless, double jointed knee and elbows on the women. This figure's impressive. Zarda, Power Princess, coming in at number 2. And coming in at number 1, we got the deluxe Odin action figure right here. This figure is great. Multiple heads, you could pull off the helmet, put on the long hair attachment, but I prefer this one of these long, like bone horns coming off his head. He's ready for battle. He's got the pelt or whatever back here, the furry stuff on the back here, and a great soft goods cape, which you don't get too often with Marvel Legends, but we got it here. The colors are great. The articulation's not the best because he's so bulky, but I don't know. I think everything else makes up for it. I love the gold armor here. This kind of fish scale style, like, you know, it's like Aquaman's armor, and then mixed with this nice, like, metallic blue or teal or whatever color it is. It's pretty cool. He's got the chains on here. All this stuff. He's kind of got the dressing down there around his waist. Armor protection. The boots look nice. How they're crafted with these spikes coming out the side. Sword's nice. All the accessories are really cool. This figure is my number 1. Alright, so before we go, I'm going to do a couple other things. I'm going to do some other action figures that I think could make it into my top 10 that are not Marvel Legends. There's not really enough to go around, so I'm just including all this stuff in this video. And then I'm going to talk about maybe 2 or 3 figures that kind of didn't really hit the mark. Not saying they're bad figures, but they're a little bit disappointing in 2024. Wish they were better. We'll go through those in a moment here. But here's Odin, my number 1. Alright, here's just a few figures that I think that could make a top 10 if I did an overall top 10. There's just not enough figures that I collect outside of Marvel Legends that I would put into a top 10, but these are a few. And again, I kind of go for the $20 to $30 range when it comes to the price points of action figures. I'm not trying to get imports or Mayfex. I know a lot of people put those in their top 10. I'm a blue-collar collector. We'll just put it like that. And, you know, I know what I like. This is my preference, and I think these figures rock. We got gears down here. Love the blast effect. Love the way he looks. His transformation and his alt mode is sick. Nice paint, nice detail. Great looking figure. To go with the Transformers theme, we got Swoop back here. Finally got my last Dinobot. He's supposed to be the smallest, but he seems to kind of measure up pretty well with the rest of the Dinobots. But to me, this guy's probably my favorite, maybe the second favorite next to Grimlock, but this guy kind of stands out. Where Snarl, Sludge, and Slag, or Slug, whichever you like to call him, I call him Slag. They all kind of have the red paint apps. This guy's got the blue, and I like that. A little bit different. Was very fond of the character back in the day during the 80s cartoons. Swoop is definitely one of the better figures for 2024. And if we're talking about Transformers, I guess G.I. Joe's not too far behind. We got Cobra Commander. Love this figure. It was the retro carded version. Very nice looking figure. Finally got a good looking Cobra Commander. Beautiful. Night Creeper, another one. Love the ninjas. I was waiting for this guy to come out. I loved my red ninjas. I love ninjas as a whole. And I just love the look of the Night Creeper. The purple and the gray. The swappable heads. The other head, which looks like an alien head almost, like it's kind of a weird helmet. I love it. So this figure is up there. Then we got the Retro Duke holding up the American flag. Now I got him holding the flag just because that's what he did in the show, you know, during the intro. I'm not trying to say anything else. This isn't like a political thing. It's just I took a Hacksaw Jim Duggan flag because I have multiple of his Retro Fest action figures, so I got 2 flags, and so I gave one of them to Duke to hold up on my display. But this is a big improvement with the original first classified version of Duke. So this would be the definitive Duke. And let's bring in Sandman. Love this. Like, he's got the katana, the wooden, and he's got the, what do you call it? The spiked fencing wrapped around his body. The barbed wire, sorry. And he came with 4 beer cans. Here he's got 1. Love this figure. I also have the Chase, but this is the one that I busted out. Just was very happy that we got a Mattel version of him, and we're getting another one in Hardcore Hack. Jesus. Sorry guys, it's getting late. This video's going on forever. Here we got 6 X-Pac. Beautiful head sculpt. Looks just like him. He's a pretty motherfucker, wasn't he? He had to have hair on his face to look good, but he's the shit. One of my favorite wrestlers. And a Minnesota guy, so liked him. Speaking of Minnesota wrestlers, we got Mr. Perfect in his NWO / rap is crap cowboy singer gimmick outfit. If there's a Mr. Perfect figure, he's probably going to be in my top 10 for that year. This figure is sweet. Complete with guitar. Lots of swappable hands. He's got the hat. You can take this shirt off. He's got the black singlet on underneath. I think it's the black and white. And then he's got the nice knee pads. Very nice figure. This might be my overall number 1 on the year. So here we got 4 figures that I feel like just kind of missed the mark a little bit. These figures are not bad or horrible or anything like that. I'm not here to rip on them, rip on any figures. I don't do that. I try not to be too harsh, but you know, I think this the second offering for Brother Voodoo. It could have been a vast improvement. We get so many Venom and so many Punisher figures. These guys just felt like, I don't know. I like the 2-pack. I like Bushwhacker. This guy's not bad. I like the grenade. You know, the guns were pretty sweet. He looks pretty cool, but I just wanted more. Same with Venom. Let's get some power effects. Now, I realized, too, that this was a carded, retro carded figure. And a lot of times they don't come with a lot of effects. But it would be nice to get something with more heads, maybe some black goo that shoots out from a hand, you know, like, not that actually shoots out, but just like, you know, a power effect like that. This guy was just too expensive for me. Stiff. He looks cool. I just wasn't dazzled by him. That's it. So no feelings should be getting hurt here. I just felt, in my personal opinion, that these guys were just a little underwhelming. Alright guys, we got the setup here. Here's my top 10 of 2024. It's late. I'm going to wrap it up. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm going to do a little sweep over these guys here so you can check them out. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Comment. I hope you enjoy these videos. Keep collecting, having fun. Take care. Later.